Okay, now I want to tell you the short story by the title The Invisible Writer. I was a writer. I wrote books. I write now, but nobody knows. Nobody can see me now. Something strange has happened to me. I will tell you about it. In January, I want to write a very long book. So I left my home and I found a little room. This is a good room for a writer, I thought. I will write my book here. It was a little room, but I like it. It was a very quiet room. I began to work on my book and I was happy. Then things began to happen, strange things. One day, I was at my desk with my pen in my hand. Suddenly, I thought, I want a coffee. I'll have to go to the shop. I put my pen on the table and went out. When I come back, I look for the pen. The pen it wasn't on the table. I look on the floor, on my chair, and then on the table again. It wasn't there. I don't understand it. I thought. The night another strange thing happened. That night another strange thing happened. I was in bed and the room was very quiet. Suddenly, I opened my eyes. What was that? I wondered. Then I heard a voice, a man's voice. Who's there? I cried. There was no answer, and there was nobody in the room. I couldn't understand, and I was afraid. What can I do? I thought. What was that? After that, strange things happened every day. But I had to finish my book, so I stayed there. The room was very small and very quiet. There were not many things in it, only a bed, table, and chair. And there was a mirror on the wall. It was a very old mirror, and I like it. Then, and one day, I looked in the mirror, and I saw him, the other man. It wasn't me. This man had a bird, but I didn't think. At night, I went home again. The room was very quiet. I looked in the mirror and saw my face. But I wasn't happy. I went to bed, but I could see I will leave here tomorrow. I thought. And after that, I slept. But then another strange thing happened. The older man stood and spoke to me. You will never live here, he said. You will stay with me. And then I opened my eyes. I was very cold and afraid. I will leave now, I thought. I can't stay here for one more minute. Quickly, I put and packed my things in my case. I wanted to go now. I couldn't forget the man, so I was afraid. But afraid of what? I didn't know when my clothes were in the case. I thought. I leave the room now. I look around the room and I also look in the mirror again. And then I suddenly felt colder and more afraid. I couldn't see the man, the other man in the mirror. Why? Because he wasn't there. But I couldn't see my face in the mirror. I couldn't. There was no face. Why not? I tried to shout out, but no sound. No sound came, and I had no voice. And then I saw him. I saw the older man, the man with the bird, but he wasn't in the mirror. He was at the table with my pen in his hand. He wrote my book with my pen. I was angry and I tried to speak, but I couldn't because I had no voice. The older man did speak. He smiled at the road. And next, suddenly, there was a sound at the door. Knock, knock. And I heard my friend's voice. Are you there? My friend called. I want to see you. I was very happy that my friend will help me attack. But I couldn't move. The other man went to the door and opened it. Come in, he said. My friend, come and see my room. I'm writing book, he said. My friend came into the room, but he didn't see me. He smiled at the older man. My friend said, oh, you have bird now? Again and again. I tried to speak, but I couldn't. My friend couldn't see me. He couldn't hear me. He only saw the older man. That is my story. The older man has my room. And he also has my face and my voice. He will finish my book till he only saw the older man. But the older man doesn't know one thing. I can write. I can tell my story. And now I am telling it to you. Okay, that's the story about invisible writer. So, do you want to hear another story, guys? Stay tuned. Bye.